I tried it to see if it works, but it's working.
Okay, very good. I think you will maybe have a little bit
How many
connection.
people? How many people
just,
are expecting?
I think I have around 800 registered. So
Oh,
we'll see how. I think
all the best.
Okay, thank you. Fly safely.
Thank you. I'm gonna try to listen a little bit, Dr. Hamad, if I don't want to disturb people around me, that's all. But they will benefit from it.
Inshallah, we'll see.
Thank you. All the best.
Okay, thank you. Just waiting a few minutes, then we will start. We have good numbers already there, but I think others will join. And on the live streaming, we have 165, 158. It's going up and down, but that's a good number. On Facebook, we have also good numbers. So we are in a good shape. I hope you will benefit from today's session. I'll start in a minute, just for those who will come exactly on time. Okay. Thank you for attending today's session. I can see some hands already up, but I'll come to your hands. Please just let's start. I can see there are 2 hands already up. I will give you the chance and microphone at the right time to speak. But we have lots of things we need to cover today. We would like just to go through them quickly. So first of all, my name is Hamad Udabi. I'm the Vice Chancellor of Abu Dhabi University. I'm using my avatar today for 2 reasons. One is because it's AI, so AI should be used for AI, isn't it? And the other reason, it looks always young. And it also mimic my movement. If you see me moving, it will do that. And the third reason, so my name is Hamad Udabi. I'm the Vice Chancellor of Abu Dhabi University. Been in education for around 30 years. I enjoy educational technology and teaching. I did my master and PhD at Brunel University in UK, and then also I did my bachelor from King Saud University in Saudi Arabia. Been in the higher colleges of technology for around 19 years, and then around 5 years now at Abu Dhabi University. Interested in educational technology and how technology can help student, faculty, and make difference in life. And that's what I look at. I do also work on computer simulation, data analytics, and digitization and areas like that. So today we'll be talking about teaching and learning in the era of generative AI. It's an interesting subject, but we look at it from the application side, not the theoretical and general discussion. I hope you will come out from this session by some applications that you can use, some ideas that you can put it into practice that hopefully will help you and your student, and even our student. If there are students attending today, there are ideas for them as well to take advantage of the generative AI. We will discuss also some drawback issues with generative AI and so on. So let's start from here. In a university setting, faculty are busy with 3 things. They have to teach, they have to do research, and they need to provide services to the institution, to the community. And their usually performance evaluation is around those three ideas. Then I'm thinking, how can generative AI or AI provide support in these areas? And we will go through that one. We'll do them quickly. I know in schools, if you're coming from schools, maybe you're not doing the research, you're doing mostly teaching and services. That's still fine. I think the idea on research here will help you maybe open some opportunities for you to see how AI can support that area. Let's get into the teaching. There's so many things you have to do in teaching, of course. We need to create content. We need to grade student work. We need to personalize learning and understand our student challenges that they go through and how we can support them with this. We need to find a way to get them support when they are not in the classroom, outside the classroom, how they can get the advice, the support. And AI can provide in all these areas, including language learning. It can help with that. It can help being more inclusive, customizing the learning experience or object to the student needs, and that can be really inclusive. It can help with teaching assistance and also data analytics. We do lots of the reporting on our courses, performance of our alignment of our course learning outcome with the program, and also assessment of attainment of all those, and how that can help us. Let's focus on creating content first. So what we did at Abu Dhabi University, we thought it's good to use AI to help faculty create content, create so many types of content. So what we did, we created a platform internally, and now we made a version of it public, and I'll share with you later the link. You can try it yourself. You can use it for your student if you want. And this system, in a way that faculty can go there, will find their classes. They can find content created by other faculty, and most of it are created by generative AI. So when you get into the system, you will have the option to create content. So if you click on new, and if our faculty go there, you just need to provide the learning outcome or the topic. The learning outcome will give you better content than just the topic. But if you have only the topic, it will. So what it will do now, it will generate for you three things. One is a lesson plan that says, oh, to teach this course, here I'm having the example of for loop. If you want to teach the for loop in Java, better you do this, you do that, group the student, do this, do that. It give you some advices and give you some time, how much time you spend in introduction and things like that. That's one thing. The other thing it will do, it will create a content for the student about for loop with examples and details. The third one, it will create a lab for them that takes them step by step to practice the for loop, in this case, with different scenarios. And finally, we'll give 3 exercise questions that are open-ended questions that the student need to do it, like create a program, does this, that, or create a function or a method, or in a way. So this will create this content. Now the faculty can review it and should review it, must review it, and then make modification. He or she can also add to it some videos. They have the option to add videos, link videos to it. They can link images. They can format it. They can do whatever they want to do with this one and make it fit their exact need. And that's one thing we have there. The other thing we did, we integrated Camtasia, and now we have many other tools outside Camtasia. So in Camtasia, it's a video generation. You go there, again, you put the learning outcome, and it will now create for you a video with this different explanation or topics, explaining it to the student. And again, you can modify it. You take it in Canva or any other tools, or here in Camtasia, and start editing it by adding maybe a screenshot or adding a formula or adding other text to make it meet the needs that you have for your learning objective. Of course, you can change on Camtasia the actor. You bring an actor, maybe put your logo, of course, and also change the actor, find the actor that maybe the language is more clear, maybe is more appealing to in terms of age is right. Older people sometimes, younger people take them maybe more seriously. I think like that. You look at what you need to do. You can decide you want him to appear or her to appear on the screen or appear in a corner. Those editings you can do that, and then it will create the video. Now I'll show an example of the video, but let me do one thing. I need to optimize this one for sharing video, which I did. Now let me show you the example.
Hello, fellow students. Today we're diving into the fascinating world of project management, specifically focusing on change management. Have you ever wondered how businesses adapt to new situations or changes? That's where change management comes into play. It's a structured approach for ensuring that changes are thoroughly and smoothly implemented, and that the lasting benefits of change are achieved. Let's start with understanding.
And it goes on in the video to explain it. So that's one tool. We created a form that they fill it, and all these things happen in the background. Of course, they can go and edit it and do it themselves if those who are interested. And there are so many now other platforms that we integrating because they have different options. Also, there is the new ChatGPT app, which is new, really relatively new, which if you go to the app stores of Android or iOS, you'll find this app, and make sure it's written the official app by OpenAI. This app brings so many great things that can help, and I'll give you some scenarios now how that can be used in the classroom or outside the classroom to enrich the student learning experience and open new ideas and potentials. Now, one of the application of it, this app has a camera in it. It's like chatbot. It's a chatbot, in fact, but it has a place like WhatsApp. You click, you open the camera. If you open the camera and point it to any equipment or things, most likely it will be able to recognize that equipment. And then you can ask questions about it. So if you go into the lab and you find a machine there, just take a photo of it, put it there and ask, what is this? It will tell you what is this. Then say, okay, give me an experiment to do with it, or explain to me how I can operate it, or things like that. What are the safety instructions with using this, whatever you want to do. It will start now getting you the information you need. The other thing, you can use it to brainstorm ideas. Like today I was in my office, I have 2 bottles of water there. I said, let me take a photo. I'll show you now the video. And ask ChatGPT to give me a physics experiment or number of physics experiment that I can do with these 2 bottles of water. So teachers can now open ideas for so many. Look at this example. So these are the 2 bottles of water in my office. Took the picture. Now I am in ChatGPT. I asked just what physics experiments can I do with these 2 bottles of water? Okay, I just said that question, and now it goes and give me so many reflection of light, beautiful, free one, empty one, and keep the other one and do some reflection of light, density, okay, then transfer of momentum, and give me. Now if I say explain this experiment step by step, So give me the steps of that one. It will give the steps. So now this is a tool in the hand of the student that you can engage the student with and get them to think beyond just what in your course, what you planned. There come new ideas for them to do. And this is something just by using that app. Now, here is another one. Let me, other example. If you are in a lecture, and I do this a lot when I go conferences, you sit some time, you don't see the slide very clear, and the slide is full of content and information. I just take a photo there using the app and say, summarize this for me. It gives me a summary. Then I can ask other questions related to that. And that's another tool student can use to do it, or you can yourself use. Here's an example I did. There is a lecture about quantum mechanics by MIT faculty. I just watched it on YouTube, came into a board that full of many things. I took a photo of that one and look at this one. I just click on the camera. This is the slide, lots of nice formulas about quantum mechanics. Take that one, confirm it, and then just write, explain this. Or do whatever you want to say, but explain this will get you most of the time. So it started explaining this image about quantum mechanics framework and linearity and being discussed there. And then the equation of motion is there. And now I can ask more about it. Ask me questions. I can say to ChatGPT about quantum, or explain to me what does it mean, linearity here, or things like that. And then the student can now get more by sitting just and doing this one. And all this is recorded in his or her app chat, so they can go back during revision and look at it. Now, one thing with those conversation, ChatGPT, as now I'm sure you experience, it keeps the conversation within that conversation. So if I go to ChatGPT and say, what is my name? He will say, I don't know who you are. I'll say, my name is Hamad. Say, okay, I know your name is Hamad. What's my name? Your name is Hamad. Then I go to another window and ask him, what is my name? It will not know my name. Say who you are. So it stays within the conversation, and the conversation are saved, and you can go back to it to continue after a week, a day, a month, whatever. Giving that you go to the same conversation, not to a new conversation that you go through. So this is one use case that the lecture presentation, summarization, especially for complicated slides and topics, will be very useful. The conversation. Now, ChatGPT, like Siri and Google Assistant, has the ability now to talk to you and get a conversation, but it is far better than Siri and Google Assistant. That day, I was invited to CNBC Arabic to talk about Sam Altman, who is the CEO of OpenAI, when the board fired him, and then he went to Microsoft and came back. And so one night before that, I received a call, we need you to do this, and we'll do it through Zoom. So I went in a conversation with ChatGPT. I started the microphone, I asked questions, what's the latest news about ChatGPT? By the way, ChatGPT now has a direct connection to internet, not like when it started at the beginning. It can go and find information from the internet and summarize it and get you the latest. So I went into lots of information, then read about it as well. And then I went to the interview, and was, I think, very useful, good conversation we had there. So conversation is good, and it helps with language, I think. If we get students to spend time with it in a conversation and ask them to record it and present it as evidence, maybe that's something that can help students with language. News, as I said, you can get the latest news nowadays. It can summarize information from audio file. If you recorded a class or a lecture or anything, now you can upload it to the app or to ChatGPT version 4, paid version. All these things I'm talking about are paid versions, and you upload it there, and then it will get it ready for any conversation between you about that content. And it's not only audio files, can PDF, can be PowerPoint, can be any file that you get there. Assessment and grading, that's something we'll see it later in more details. Feedback on assessment, we'll see it in more details. The other new thing now that I think educators should capitalize on it or use it is your ability to create your own version of ChatGPT. Now, when they launch the store, GPT store, you will see there is a button here called Create. This one, if you create it and then upload your course content, then you create a version specific for your course, and your student can interact with that one and getting authentic information because you uploaded the content and you are the one. Look at how you create this one. This is just a quick video. You go into create, then you come into configuration, you give it a name. I'll call it C202. This is a course I was teaching last semester. I think I'll be teaching again, which object-oriented programming. And then I go to my course node, and I can add here code interpreter, so it can help answering student code and providing advice on code because I'm doing coding. I go back here, I'll upload the slides. And now you can upload only 10 slides. It will tell you 10, but actually you can upload only 9 because one is already reserved, already in place. But you can put your files together and create larger files for this 10, and you upload it there. Now, once I upload it, I can now test it and teach it some other things that I want to teach it. Like, for example, I say, don't answer this type of questions. Answer this question this way. Ask a student to do this. And when a student asks a question, then ask him a questions to help, whatever. I can bring those conversations through training that chatbot from here and testing it. So if I ask now what are the topics in this course, it will go through my course content, will find me the learning outcomes. Let's say you will be discussing object-oriented, object, classes, inheritance, encapsulations, all those things we do there. And then if I ask a specific question, how I can declare variables, I declare and initiate variables, it will go and give me examples. So it's now using my content. Now, if it doesn't find answer in my content, I accepted, you saw my configuration, that it can go to the ChatGPT and find the information if it doesn't do. Now, if I do not want it to do that, I could have went to the configuration and said, no, only answer from this material to do. But I would like to get them to go outside if they don't find the answer here. And I added DALI, so the student can use it also to create images and things like that. Now, how I can get this one to my students? I created this one, I want my student to use it. Now we'll just wait a second to get, this is the examples of declaring variables, which going through and giving me lots of this examples. These are examples in my material, but it also use its library to enrich my material as well, not limited only to what I have uploaded there. And these are, give me some point to remember. Now, how my student can use this one, we'll go now to save. And when you save it, you will see, I need to push this faster, but almost there. Okay, let's come here. Yeah, when you go to save, you have these 3 options, as you see. You can only me, that's only me I can use. If I'm still testing it, I'm not sure. Then the other option, I can make it anyone with link. So it will give me a link. I'll send it to my student through my Blackboard or Canva or whatever software I'm using. Or it can be anyone. If I do anyone and publish it, other people can find it from the store and use it. This is a very useful thing. I think we have to make use of it. Okay, so there are so many other tools around that will help you create content. It's not only ChatGPT and those things. Canva itself now can create videos, can create graphics, images for you by just asking a prompt, giving explanation. I need a video that shows two students standing in front of an equipment and having a conversation, whatever. It will create for you that video so you can use it in your illustration and stuff like that. Google have extension called Slide AI. If you just paste the text there, it will create for you a PowerPoint presentation. Very nice structured presentation that you can use with headers, graphics, and things like that. And there's so many other tools keep coming every day to help you with creating content. So, but what you need to be sure of, you need to make sure these are aligned with your educational standards. You cannot just you take it as it is. You review it. It makes a mistake sometimes. It makes up the algorithm, the parameters mix up and give a stupid answer. Or maybe the question wasn't really clear enough, or the prompt, so it gives you something different. Sometimes it's maybe not appropriate for your region and culture there. So you need to read it. And you need to make sure it is in the standard. So if you're teaching at school, or American standards or British standards, you can ask it generate content using this standard. And then it will do most likely good thing on that one. Also, it can help you mapping. If you give the learning outcome and you create content, you can ask it, create for me a mapping. It will create a mapping, you review it. But it's your responsibility to review it. And this is good. At least we are important now. We can do something and review it. So reviewing it is our responsibility. Sometimes it's bias and bring things from one directions. And this is because of the data it being trained on. And those data can be biased for sure. Privacy. When they started, there was a big issue with that because at that time they were looking at the data and training the bot, optimizing it. Now, OpenAI, they declared they don't look at other people's data, but they still advise you, don't use student ID, name, privacy, important data. If you have a data you want to analyze, change the names and ID and put X1, X2, X3, whatever, put it in ChatGPT or in any tool you want to do the analysis, and later you know your mapping, you already have somewhere else. So don't just do it. Don't put your credit card for many reasons, not only because of ChatGPT, because this internet is risky. Quality and accuracy of content, again, that's your responsibility. There is an issue with the cost. These things are not free, as you know. If you want to get the best, you need to go to the paid version. And the paid version will cost you $20 a month. It's not that big, but for other places or other people, this is a lot of money to do. And scaling it up becomes a little bit a challenge, but hope there's some solution will come into that. Context is critical. In the context, when you do your prompt, you provide the right context so the chatbot can give you answer related to what you're saying, but also from terms of the culture and sensitivity. I'm really pleased that day I was playing with it to get it to draw camels, different camels. Why? Because this year of camel in Saudi Arabia and other places, and I read about that, and we love camels. I love the camels. So draw some camels, and then I said, draw a camel of stone, draw camel of stone, draw camel of Arabic letters, draw some Arabic letters. And then I said, draw a camel with made of Quran verses that talk about camel. I just want to show the relation between that. So it said to me, no, I cannot draw this one because this is cultural sensitive and religious. So it has some awareness because what they do fine tuning for it. After training, they do fine tuning. Fine tuning, try to make it behave in a better way than it is now. And that fine tuning is getting some there, but still not 100%. You need to be careful of that. Feedback and evaluation. Okay, now let's move into grading. I think faculty get busy with grading especially when you have large class or you have lots of open-ended. You want to give them more open-ended because the more open-ended questions reflects their learning and allow them to express themselves better. But the more you do, the more grade you want. The more work you want to grade. So how this can be addressed. So what we did, we also created in the system the ability for the faculty to create assignment and the students submit their assignment and then the system graded based on a grading rubric and provide them with feedback. I have to say that feedback is very detailed, which we had from that, and it becomes difficult for faculty to give the same feedback to every student because it will take you time to do that. And that's very useful. Let's look at it. So if we create questions like this, questions I have here about write a Java program that reads to integer values and lots of things in it. There are 3 questions. Now the student can come here and provide the answer. Here on okay. Yeah, okay. The student can come here and provide the answer. This is the answer provided by the student. So he gave a good answer. See, this feedback came automatic. I didn't do it. I didn't give this feedback. So ChatGPT took that answer, took the questions, used my rubric, which I already created, and gave student feedback and suggested a grade, 85 out of 100. I have to say, sometimes very strict, I feel, more than human to do, which may be good. Now I can override that grade if I think it's more or less, and I can explain it. But this done automatic to the student, and student will get it on the system, will get an email coming to him saying this is feedback on that assignment, will appear also in Microsoft Teams chat saying, oh, this came from your course, this is the feedback for that assessment. So the student cannot miss it. It will come to him, and with good thing. The good thing, all this feedback and grade are in the system. So the system go through it and create advice for the student saying, going through your assessment, I noticed you have an issue with logical operators. I'm talking Java here, and you don't understand the difference between this and that one. So here is what you need to do to learn it, and this is additional content you can do. That's something it does. The other thing it does, it goes through transcript of the student and find courses where he was struggling in getting to pass the course, either didn't pass the course or received a low grade in the course, and give him advice for these courses. So one of my students showed me his feedback about statistics and gave really very nice advice on how he or she can improve their learning instead. So this done automatic without anything. Now you will say, okay, what about written by hand work? Students have done it on hand, and then you want to grade it. Because of generative AI itself, we moved our assessment into paper-based, some of the assessment. So students need to answer in paper-based. One, we need them to reflect and learn and write because with this technology, people are losing that or shouldn't. The other thing, paper is less risky than going to a digital form. Now you'll get so many papers to grade. How you do that? Again, it can help you with that. I'll show you here, if I scan one page of my student answers, I have a one page that has some code in it. You just go there and take a picture of it here and say grade these 3 questions. Yeah. And then it will go and grade them or give me feedback on each one of it. What the student did right, what did wrong, what did he miss, what he can do, and then suggest a grade for each of these questions. So you can do this only for handwritten work, the student. This we did not integrate this in our system. We'll be integrating it soon. But this is available on ChatGPT-4. You can do it there. So it goes there and give a grade, find the detected points because the typo of parameter name and potential issue of return type. It looked at it and did that one. It depends of what written up there in the questions and if there's breakdown of the grade in the questions, it will follow that properly and give grade. So reading handwritten work is also possible with this technology. Okay, let's come here, and I think maybe you missed the quality on the screen of the pictures. Maybe we're not. By the way, the chat is open for everyone. If you had issue before, now it's not. If you have questions, comments, put it in the chat. I can see there are questions coming from LinkedIn, lots of questions. I can see Batul, really detailed feedback on coding. Yeah, I see that, agree. Spot on with this teaching strategies. So thank you. I am asking to draw a picture and say it cannot draw. Yes, because the version you're using, you need to have ChatGPT 4 paid version, it will draw. Otherwise, you will not have the functionality to draw. Okay, we'll go through that. Let me show you. We are announcing similar platform. We didn't implement all the things in our system here, but this platform we created now, it creates content, it grades student work and grade quizzes as well, and provide feedback for the student. And this is now available. You can go and using it. We're using it for this course. So later today, I'll be adding the recording of this video. We'll be adding some questions and assignment for this course. But here is.
We are excited to introduce our new Investing in Our Community Learning app. This innovative application, powered by AI, is designed to generate content, assess assignments, and offer automated constructive feedback. Our skilled in-house team has meticulously developed this app, and we have a robust plan to enhance it further based on your feedback. With this app, you can view recordings and automatically receive certificates. To get started, visit https://learn.adu.ac.ae and click on Sign Up. Remember to use a valid, accessible email address as you'll receive a verification email. Once verified, navigate to the My Courses section on the main page. You'll find the Investing in Our Community course already enabled for you. Click on it to access the course. On the left side, you'll see a green panel where we'll be adding lectures sequentially. Currently, the Arts and Science of Leadership lecture is available, featuring the video recording, PowerPoint presentation, and supplementary text. At the top right corner of the page, there are 3 buttons. The Assignment button lets you view and submit reflective assignments. Be sure to only hit Submit when your assignment is complete, as resubmission isn't possible. The AI will take a moment to review your submission and provide feedback via email and on the form itself. We'll also have multiple choice quizzes. To attempt a quiz, click on the Quiz button. Answer each question and receive immediate feedback. While you can revisit these quizzes anytime, you won't be able to modify your answers. Upon completing the lectures, quizzes, and assignments, your certificate will be automatically issued. In addition, a new course has been introduced aimed at educating school students on sustainability. This course covers essential topics in sustainability, each of which is accompanied by a brief video, written material, and a concise quiz. Participants who successfully complete all the quizzes and the assignment will be awarded an automated certificate from Abu Dhabi University. Designed for self-paced learning, the course offers immediate feedback on quizzes and assignments. Schools and students are highly encouraged to make use of this educational opportunity. We hope this app provides a valuable and engaging learning experience for our community.
Abu Dhabi University, 20 years of shaping the future.
Yeah, so we made this app public and can be accessed by schools, by anyone who want to use it, and we'll be working on hopefully making it even better. Okay, now we're getting into the research. We had enough of teaching and learning, and we've seen that we can create content, we can assist students, we can also do some analysis on student work and stuff like that. Now, research takes a lot of our time. We know that the literature review sometimes takes a year or more from most people who do their PhD, and literature review is also the access to information you get. Not everything. AI has the ability to do literature review if you use a version that is linked to publishers. ChatGPT doesn't have any strong research data, so don't use ChatGPT on its own to do research. It can do for you sort of internet desk research, that can do, but it will not do proper research. Now, if you want to do proper research, either use one of the apps in the App Store, which focused on research by a research publisher, or you use a tool I'm going to show you in a moment. So it can do that. It can help you with the research, and it can improve collaboration, and it can address a number of things. But this statement, okay, Cite. So Cite is one of the tools we're using. Again, Cite is a company that digitizes publications using machine learning, and they had millions of publications, and they connected with all the big publishers through certain technology, and they are able to digitize it, so they can search within the publication. And then they created something called Research Assistant, which a ChatGPT or GPT, generative AI, that use this massive data to provide you with insight. There's another one called Research Rabbit, very similar to Cite, the thing, and Zotero. Many people use Zotero even before all this thing, because Zotero help you with tracking your references and your resources and formatting it the way you want it based on the publishers and journal format. But the Cite is one of the amazing things. So they have here Cite. Again, this is my statement about ChatGPT. So ChatGPT makes up things. You need to know that. When it doesn't have an answer, it will make up something for you. This is why you have to check. So you cannot use it for research because it will bring me anything. You give you a references or citation, it will give you a citation, but you go check the actual citation he or she giving, you will find nothing of that. Maybe it's completely different publication. So don't use it for research. You need to go into either Cite or use one of the plugins in the new store. Now, how Cite works? Cites, if you get there inside and you ask any questions, you have here assistant. This is the assistant, which looks very similar to ChatGPT. And you can come here and ask any hypothetical question, okay? You want to test an idea. For example, I said here, Do faculty and student have a positive experience with AI GPT regarding grading student on open-ended answers? That's my question to it. Do they have that positive experience? Then what it does, it goes into all those publications, search them, summarize them, and write me these paragraphs with reference. If I click on any of these references, it will tell me exactly what being said there. Not only saying, oh, this is cited that work, and then you go there, you search the whole paper to find where it's cited. No, here we'll give you exactly what the statement of that publisher. We'll give you also details about how many citations this publication has received, how many of it were supporting that research, how many of them were contradicting with it. You said this, and yes, they cite it, but they're citing it by saying, oh, this is not right. We find it's wrong. By you using it as a citation, but you don't know they said wrong. Of course, you should have read the paper, but sometimes you will have a limited number of paper to read. But this will go to all publications related to that one and find you more in-depth about it. So that one, and then if you get into that publication, it will go inside and give you details where that citation in that paper. It can give you also the network that shows the citation where it came from. This is, for example, a network that shows this is the publication, and these are the different people who cited this work, and you can go to them and find their publication. And if your site account is connected to your library, your database, you'll get the full paper in PDF format to go through it directly. And site is one of the amazing tools. The Research Rapid is very similar to site. It does almost the same thing. Okay, so it's very similar, but there are now the extension, which I'm going to show you later. Okay, good. Now, the last thing is the services. The faculty need to advise students, need to do community work, they need to participate in activities and think. There's so many things they need to do. They need to do professional development. So what we did in Abu Dhabi University, now I did this slide some time ago, but we developed so many apps specific, each one for specific area that can help faculty with that. So we have advising, we have performance evaluations, we have professional development, we have strategies, policies, and all those things here. And we made them in a way they are more simplified and automated way. So that hopefully is helping faculty to do more, and we'll be working more on this one. We have this video generation app. They just add the topic they want to do and text they have. It will go and create it and send them the link to that app as well. We have the professional development that faculty can register for courses. They do it, they get points, or they can use it. And we have CRM and many systems. And professional development is a key. What we do in Abu Dhabi University, I have to thank Dr. Muhammad Fatiha, the director of Smart Learning, the director of Dubai campus. He manages really extensive professional development. So we have every week at least 2 sessions happening for faculty. focus on what they need came from the faculty, and the participation is just amazing on that, and feedback is really great. In conclusion, this generative AI or AI is there and has huge potential, and it will be there, it will advance further. So we cannot just say, oh, we need to ignore it. No, ignore it. We cannot ignore it. It's there and it will continue doing that. But we need to make use of it and learn from it and find, of course, the issues around it, and we have to address them all, but we should take full advantage of that. Now, next workshop, before I open for the questions, or lecture will be next week. We'll have Professor Muntasir. He is our Associate Professor for Research and Innovation. He has huge experience in this area, so he'll be talking about innovation, research, and related to that, which I think I would recommend highly that you come to his session. This guy has a number of patents and lots of great work he's doing, and he's very well connected and active in the area. So I would recommend that you attend next week session. Finally, I have this QR code. If you scan it, you will get a form that you can fill it and provide us with feedback. We would like to improve those sessions, and we would like you also to be part of it. We genuinely believe these sessions are important, and our role is not only teaching and graduating students and doing research. We have to work with our community, and it is an opportunity to us to connect with you. We learn more from you as well. You know, the community has expert people in every area, and that will help us. So if you are interested in to be part of it by providing a session, send me the details. We can discuss it and find a plan. We have a busy schedule, I think, until May or April, I think April, May. I have to look at the schedule, but we can fit you there, and we will diverse our topics. We'll have next week, as we said, on research. Week after, we have Dr. Fteha. He's expert in special education, and he will be talking about that. I have Professor Badi, the Dean of Business, who will be doing a session, and we're bringing you really those people who are highly specialized, competent, expert, and well recognized. And we need also to bring you as well. We have external people wanted to part of it, which we started receiving their ideas, and we'll bring them. We'll bring some panel discussions and other type of format, and we will go on. So I'll stop sharing screen. I'll look at the hands. Please, if you want to ask any questions, raise your hand, and I'll give you the microphone to please contribute. I can see one hand there, Ma'moon ad-Din. Ma'moon ad-Din. Please unmute your microphone and speak. Okay, maybe your hand for a long time was there. Now I'll give the microphone to Yasamin. Sorry, I'm not saying Doctor, Mr., Mrs. I think call me Hamad if you're happy to do that, because I don't know actually. Yasamin, please.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much. First of all, I would really appreciate the form you have chosen for presenting this AI communication today. It's really nice. It really does suit you, and like you said, it gives a very youngish and pleasant look. So it really does. Talking about the question that I would like to have right now is, or maybe we can have it concluded somewhere at a later stage. I belong to the discipline of architecture, And further specializations are towards disaster mitigation, disaster resilient communities and architecture. AI is very important in that regard. So I'm thinking of that I will establish a brief about it and share in a later stage where you were suggesting, recommending to have panel discussions upon. And disaster mitigation is one aspect that's still young. It's still budding in architectural education all across the world. So we really need to ponder upon it. I had some very good feedback in your faculty and research portion. So I think it will help me a lot towards it.
Excellent, excellent. Yeah, please do formulate something, send it to me, and we will discuss it and make it happen, inshallah.
Thank you.
Thank you. I have Khalaf.
السلام عليكم دكتور حمد. Can you hear me?
السلام ورحمة الله، يا هلا وسهلا.
الله يحييك دكتور حمد. I really appreciate the presentation and always, mashallah, your presentation and talks were amazing even before with the coding programming languages and the other. My question is regarding about the artificial intelligence. We know that now artificial intelligence is everywhere, and it could be either scripted easily with a bunch of tools, or it could be costly effective depending on which type of plan or which type of big data gathering that you're trying to establish or trying to gather much information in order to get the information accurately, or at the same time as they're saying that we're expanding in AI in certain education and also in healthcare sectors. My question is, what can we do since I remember ChatGPT and ChatGPT, which is OpenAI, when they started first launching their what they call it, their response or automated response. What could be the best function? Like, for example, if I want to ask ChatGPT or certain questions, to limit the question it is so that it could respond in a way that doesn't show it's a gibberish response or it doesn't know the answer. Like, what would your recommendation be? For example, should we shorten the thing, or should we provide shorten scripts that could help to analyze this algorithm and give us a kind of an accurate response? We know that we need to go back and read the response, and 100% I agree with you that we need to read it, because sometimes it gives you a gibberish question or a gibberish response. So what would be your best suggestion when it comes to when it comes to interacting with certain AIs?
Exactly, yeah. Now, I think you are touching on a very important topic, what they call it now, prompt engineering.
Mm-hmm.
The prompt or the question you ask ChatGPT should have certain components in it. And starting from being clear, there's no grammar and language that can be not make the meaning different. Should provide context. You should explain the purpose of it. And you have also to, if you're asking more than one thing in the same prompt, you need to give the sequence of the answers that you wanted to come. So you have to structure it in a proper way. And also the tone of that prompt. For example, you're asking it to write a message to your line manager. You can make it professional, polite, whatever to do. You want to publish it on social media, you can make it casual or things like that. The tone is again important to do. The context is the most critical one. The context, that means if I wanted to do something for me, if I do not provide the right context to it, it will give me general information. For example, if I want to create a plan for group visiting the university, and I say, oh, this group I described, there is a dean of the college of whatever, the purpose is they're going to discuss this and this, they will stay with us 3 days, and they will visit Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Al Ain. please create for me a plan where they go and visit all these campuses, give them a break. Remember to travel from Abu Dhabi to Al Ain. It takes you 1.5 hours. So then it will go and create really a plan with time, everything, because I provided the right information. So the context is very important to do. Prompt engineering, it's a hot topic, and there talks about jobs in America and other places where they get lots of salary. And this is something we have to teach it, I think, in our curriculum to ensure students really do the right communication. The good thing with ChatGPT, it is a text-based or voice-based, which something our students are not good at it in most time. They wanted to just talk or click or do that. And now it's forcing them back to the core of the communication, which you make your communication clear, you make the purpose clear, you provide the context, and so on. Okay, I hope I answered your question.
Thank you very much, Dr. Hamad. Really appreciate your response to my question, and all the best to you in your upcoming presentations.
Thank you. Dr. Ali Al-Mansouri, I'm very happy to see you in the audience. Can you unmute? You are on mute. Okay. I'll have, I think you are muted, Dr. Ali. I have Ma'munuddin. Ma'munuddin, you are muted. There's a button there. Let me maybe help you by asking you to unmute. Okay, it doesn't help. It doesn't help, I think. Okay, there's so many questions here, and I can see other hands. I'm giving priority for hand more than questions, but I should go to the questions as well. Now, Dr. Huda. Unmute your microphone, Dr. Huda.
Hello, doctor. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Thank you for this interesting webinar. It's really very, very interesting, especially when you provided us with the tools for research, such as site and research rabbit. Now, my question to you, since you are working at Abu Dhabi University and designing AI softwares or whatever, is there a sort of Arabic version? Let me specify my question. When you scan the handwritten responses of the students, is ChatGPT able to decode the Arabic language and provides feedback?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. I didn't try the handwriting, but I tried the text. The text, it does. There is no issue. You write in Arabic, and we run a session every Sunday from, again, 9 to 10. It's for Arabic people on how to use ChatGPT in Arabic, the session. And we've been using it to do so many things, poetry and writing stories and novel and all those things, and it works very well. But the handwritten, I didn't write. I will try it and let you know.
Thank you. Is there a recording for this session?
Yes,
in
this
Arabic?
is recorded, and it will be, yes, it is there, yeah. I will add...
I mean that one, the one that was in Arabic as well.
Yes, yeah, I'll just paste the YouTube video, YouTube channel here. Let me just find it. And then you'll find all the videos of the previous sessions. Here is it.
Yeah, so can you provide the link maybe in an email or even in the chat box so that I can copy it?
I just put it in the chat box.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you everyone for your time. I can see there's so many good questions here. I will go through them and I'll provide answers when possible. But thank you and see you next week. As you said, you have an important session with Professor Montasser, and have a great day or night. Thank you.